Mr. Schwab. I've been in Jen's furnishing for 3 years, I says, and there ain't nothing you can tell me about BVDs. Oh, hey, there's your boyfriend. So long, Madge. See you in the morning.
Good night, Peg. Hello, Fred. Been waiting long?
No, just rolled up. Well, what's new in the luggage shop, huh?
Oh, don't let's talk about it. Every time I sell a trunk, I want to stow away in it.
The heat's got you.
No. I just want to go somewhere, anywhere.
Good. That suits me perfectly.
Why, Fred.
Get in, I've got some great news for you.
Well?
How do you like baked beans?
All right, why?
And codfish cakes?
Well, not tonight, please.
No, for breakfast.
Breakfast?
The next 50 years.
What are you trying to say?
We're gonna live in Boston, Dolly.
Boston? Fred Burke, have you lost your mind?
Just my job.
Fred.
Old man Haynes is opening a new branch in Boston, darling, and I'm it. 300 a month, manager, and no brass buttons.
Fred, when?
In a couple of months, maybe sooner.
Oh, you're big eight. Why didn't you phone me? Boston. And we'll have a little apartment.
Oh, no. We're getting a house and a lawn with trees. We're gonna live in style, lady. With a car and a couple of dogs. What's the matter?
It's the third night this week. I never know where he is or what he's doing.
Oh, Johnny's all right. He's probably looking for a job.
He hasn't looked for a job in weeks. Been running around with that Wilson fellow.
Frank Wilson? There's a candidate for the pin if there ever was one.
Johnny's only 19, Fred. He looks up to Frank Wilson as sort of a hero.
He picked a swell model.
Well, what can you expect from a kid that's grown up in this neighborhood? Poverty, cheapness, gangs, that's all he's ever known.
Look, Madge, you've done all you could for the kid. Now it's my turn. As soon as we're married and this Boston job's settled, I've got plans for Johnny.
Boy, bet you the gang back in Kelly's would turn green if they knew you let me in on this.
Yeah.
Hey, hold it down, kid. It wouldn't be so sweet if the cops caught up to us and found out this was a hot car.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little nervous.
Hey, remember, this was your idea coming along. You ain't cutting cold feet on me, are you?
Didn't I cop this coffee by myself? I guess I gotta have nerve for that.
Yeah, you did all right. Of course, I don't blame you for being a little shaky your first time out. But don't let that worry you. The percentage is all in our favor.
Percentage?
Sure. The odds is 4 to 1 that when a guy goes out on a job like this, he ain't gonna be picked up. And if he is, it's 2 to 1 he won't be convicted.
Gee, I didn't know that.
Man, that's the real dope. Read it in the newspapers. Government's own figures. Hey, listen, kid, the only time a guy goes to the bandbox is when he don't use his head. Look at me. I never done a day in my life.
Yeah, and Madge always giving me that stuff about crime don't pay.
Who said anything about crime? This is a business.
You mean like a regular job?
Just as regular as anything else. Hey, don't you think them Wall Street guys ain't got their hands in everybody's pocket?
Yeah, I bet you they have.
Sure they have. They're smart, but I'm smarter. I pay income tax.
Gee, Frank, no kid.
Bet I do. You don't think I'm gonna let them federal dicks get anything on me, do you? I'm clean.
Yeah, you're plenty smart.
You bet I am. I got things all figured out.
Hey, you're not gonna use that thing, are you?
What, this?
Yeah.
Nah, this is just good company.
Oh.
Howdy. Kind of warm, ain't it?
Yeah. Give me 5.
Yes, sir. Better shut off your engine.
Can't do it, buddy. Starter's not working.
Well, I guess it won't hurt nothing.
Run this place all by yourself?
Yep, been here 5 years. You folks from New York?
No, Philadelphia.
Notice you got New York plates.
How much do I owe you?
That'll be 90 cents.
All I got's $5.
Okay, I'll get you change.
Get over there.
What's the idea?
There's a stick up. Get over there. Get in that closet.
Operator, operator!
Boy, I didn't expect it to be that easy.
Yeah, what I tell you, all it takes is brains and nerve.
Hey, Frank, did I do okay?
You done fine, kid.
I've just been held up by two fellows. One of them was just a kid. They were headed north.
What kind of a car?
A black coupe with a New York license.
Hey, that looks like a lot of dough.
Pretty good. That's why I picked the joint. Here you are. 50-50.
Oh, boy. Gosh, I didn't think you were going to give me that much.
You earned it.
Hey, Frank.
The cops.
What do we do?
Well, keep your head. Step on it. Catches up to us, you don't know nothing, see?
Okay.
Turn off the road at the next bend. So long, sweetheart. Come on, get back on the road.
Nice shooting, Johnny.
All right, boys, a 10-ball on the bank.
You bet you don't.
Kiss it goodbye. Kiss it goodbye. 11 and a 12 ball. Pretty good, huh?
Hello, Johnny. I've been looking for you.
So you found me, so what?
Madge tells me you didn't get home last night.
What's it to you?
Well, she's pretty worried.
Why don't you butt out of this? Madge and me can take care of ourselves.
That's no way to treat her, Johnny. She didn't sleep all night.
That's because she ain't a night watchman like you. They get plenty of sleep.
That's telling him, Johnny. Come on, Johnny, let's go home.
I ain't going, I'm good and ready. Maybe you can string Madge along, but not me.
Take it easy, kid.
Well, that's how it is. You've been trying to boss me ever since you began that cheap play for my sister. Ouch!
Sorry, Johnny, but you asked for it. Now go on home.
Off your beat, ain't you, Burke?
Yeah, a little overtime job.
Well, maybe you find that overtime don't pay so good down here.
That's what I told Johnny. Beat it, kid.
Listen, Burke, if Johnny's lucky enough to be a friend of mine, that's our business, see? So lay off him. Go ahead, Johnny. I'll see you tonight.
Now get this, Wilson. I know what your business is. You're a cheap, small-time crook. And someday I'm gonna put you right where you belong.
Did you hear what he said about you? Why didn't you sock him one?
Oh, I got my own way of handling them guys. Here, I'll take Johnny's cue. The 4-ball in the corner pocket.
Johnny.
Come on, Madge.
Gee, you got a new suit.
Yeah. Pretty nifty, huh? You like it?
Where have you been?
Why'd you have to send Fred Burke looking for me?
Thought maybe something might have happened to you.
I told you I was out of town hunting for a job, didn't I?
But Johnny, you stayed out all night.
Oh, I had to get a hitchhike. I didn't get back till a little while ago.
I saved some supper for you. Come on in the kitchen. Where'd you get the new clothes?
Friend of mine?
Frank Wilson?
Oh, what of it? I didn't ask him for me. Stake me.
Johnny, why don't you leave that fellow alone? He's no good.
You're listening to Fred again, huh?
I don't need to listen to Fred. I can see for myself. Do you know what's happening to you? You're losing every bit of ambition that you ever had.
Yeah? Ambition's no good unless you got something to use it on. I'm sick of that, Huey. Try again. Work hard and you win out in the end. It's only the dumb ones that fall for that stuff.
Is that what Frank Wilson's been telling you?
Maybe.
Johnny, that man's a gangster.
He ain't never done time.
Get your hat on, honey. We're gonna celebrate.
Hey, what is this?
Never mind. Where's Johnny?
He's in the kitchen.
All right, get your things on. Hi, Johnny. Still certain. What do you say we forget it?
I ain't forgetting nothing.
Johnny, what happened to him?
Nothing. I'm going out.
Out where?
Out, that's all, out.
Johnny, wait a minute. I want to show you something.
You can't show me nothing.
What happened, Fred?
Oh, Johnny's sore at me. We had a little argument this afternoon. But I guess this'll straighten it out.
The railroad tickets. To Boston. Oh, Fred.
We're leaving Friday morning at 11 o'clock. That gives us 3 whole days to get married in.
There are 3 of them.
Yeah, one's for Johnny. I got him a job with the company.
Fred, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to us.
Well, I hope so.
Let's go find him. I want to tell him.
Risky pulling this so close to home.
I'm taking all the risk. You stay right here and keep your eyes open.
I'm all set. I got myself a gun, too.
Where'd you get it?
It's Fred Burke's. I took it from his room.
When?
Tonight, he's out with Madge. I can put it back without him even knowing about it.
Crazy fool. You wouldn't know how to use it anyway. You stay right here. Hey, get out of there. One yap out of you and I'll plug you. Get out of bed, I got a job for you. Come on, come on, come on. Through that door. Get over that safe. Open it up. What's in that tin box? Cash. Get it out of there.
Who is it?
Frank. Shut that door and turn on them lights.
Where you been?
I had some business to take care of.
What happened?
What happened to you? That's what I want to know.
Gosh, when that bell started ringing, I was scared stiff, so I beat it. Look, Frank, give me Burke's gun so I can put it back, huh? Oh, I've been going nuts thinking something went wrong. Hand it over so I can put it back while he's still out with Madge, huh? Come on, quit stalling. Give me the gun.
What gun?
What's the idea?
You didn't give me no gun.
What are you trying to pull?
You heard me. I said you didn't give me no gun. And you didn't see me tonight, and you ain't seeing me now. Get it?
You talk as if you're in a jam. You didn't.
Ain't my fault he got plugged. He put up a fight.
Is he hurt bad?
Yeah, dead. I got away clean. Nobody saw me.
Wait. With Fred's gun.
Yeah. Yeah, with Fred's gun. And you give it to me. You took it from the copper's room. Don't forget that.
Where is it?
It's in a pawn shop.
What'd you want to leave it there for? They'll find it. They'll trace it to Fred. They'll pin it on him. I'm gonna get that gun.
Now, wait a minute. You sit down and listen to me. The worst you'll get is a pickup. He's out with Madge, ain't he? He's got an alibi, airtight. All I'll get if they put the finger on me is the wrong end of a stream of hot juice.
I never should have listened to you. Why'd I ever get myself mixed up in this mess?
Yellow as they make 'em, ain't you?
I don't care. I'm gonna cut myself loose from you. Fred and Madge were right. If I ever get out of this, I'm true. I'm gonna get a job.
Now, listen, kid. We're in this together. And there's a murder rap hanging over both of us. You and me.
You can't drag me into this. I didn't do no shooting. I wasn't even there when it happened.
It don't make no difference if you was in China. You give me the gun, didn't you? And that's the law. And that's all the DA and the jury care about. And from now on, kid, you and me are gonna be just like Siamese twins. There ain't gonna be nothing happening to me without the same thing happening to you. You understand?
Well, Frank, what do you want me to do?
You're gonna do just what I'm gonna do. Play dumb and keep your mouth shut. This is one rap that's going in dead storage.
But the cops, suppose they start asking questions.
All right, you don't know nothing.
Yeah, sure, but coppers got a way of wearing you down.
Oh. Maybe this'll help you out. There's only 2 guys know I did the shooting. And one of them's dead. The other one's gonna be if he don't keep his trap shut. Good night, Johnny.
Hello, Johnny. I've been waiting up for you.
I thought you were out with Fred.
Oh, I was, but we got home long before midnight. Looked high and low for you. I wanted to tell you the good news. Johnny, Fred and I are going to get married Friday morning, and you're going to be best man. Well, aren't you going to say something? Aren't you excited?
Yeah, sure. Friday, huh?
At the city hall, and then we're going to Boston to live, all of us, you too. Fred's got a job for you.
A job?
A steady job with a good chance for promotion. Oh, Johnny, you will come, won't you?
Yeah. Sure, I'll come. I mean...
What's the matter? Johnny. Johnny. Are you afraid that this marriage will break us up? It won't change a thing. We'll still be together. Only now there's going to be 3 of us. Johnny, maybe we'll get a car. Gee, doesn't it all sound swell? Oh, boy, it's great.
Johnny Stone?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I'm taking him with me.
Johnny.
All right, son, get your coat.
Johnny. Johnny, what have you done?
I didn't do nothing. I wasn't even there.
Shut up, you sap.
What's he done?
Him and his boyfriend here knocked over a gas station the other night.
Oh. But I thought...
Yeah, they caught up with us, Johnny. We made just one little mistake. They found some fingerprints we left in the joint. Might as well take it on the chin. There's worse raps than this, you know.
Come on, come on.
Johnny.
I understand there was a killing in this neighborhood tonight.
Yeah, that was what happened. Special patrolman, fella named Burke, took his service gun and stuck up a pawn shop.
They got him, didn't they?
Yeah. What's the matter, kid? Past your bedtime?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you will step right over this way, please. Step right up close. This trip up the Hudson River is intended to be both educational and entertaining. I now call your particular attention to those gray, forbidding walls upon my right here, the cell block at Sing Sing. Within those gray walls are 2,682 men serving out a total of over 20,000 years.
Yoo-hoo! Hey! Hey! On our way to Albany, I'll bet she'll be in New York by midnight tonight.
Yeah. First stop, 125th Street.
Just 10 minutes walk from where I live.
You mean you used to?
Hey, look, she's pulling in.
Nah, that's just to give the rubbernecks a thrill.
Oh, I wonder what this joint looks like to them chumps from out there.
I'll write you a letter about it, Toad, because that's where I'm going to be seeing her from soon.
Looking for Johnny? I hear the DA plowed right through Burke's alibi. Had him and that girl twisted up like a penny pretzel.
Yeah?
Yeah. They give the case to the jury yesterday.
Oh, thanks for the news.
And your pal Johnny is on a visit with his sister. In case that interests you.
Hey, what are you telling me all this for?
Ah, be yourself, Frankie. Here's one guy that's cut all his teeth.
Yeah, well, how'd you like to have me shove 'em down your throat for you?
You mean the jury found Fred guilty? They couldn't.
But they did. Circumstantial evidence. Finding the gun there. They claim he could have done it after he left me. They're bringing him here today. To the death house. But he's innocent. Johnny, tell me you believe he's innocent.
Yeah.
Fred's lawyer is taking an appeal. But there's only one way to clear him. Johnny, we've got to find out who stole Fred's gun. I thought it all out. Now, whoever did it must have known that Fred left his gun in his room when he was off duty.
Well, what are you looking at me for? I didn't have nothing to do with it.
No, Johnny, but you know somebody that may. Frank Wilson.
Frank?
Yes. Maybe he's heard something. Maybe he knows somebody in the neighborhood who'll do a thing like that. He must know every crook in Hell's Kitchen. Johnny, talk to him. Beg him to help us clear Fred.
Look, Frank don't know nothing. See, he would have told me.
Johnny, all I'm asking you to do is just to talk to him. I can't stay here and let Fred... It's been 3 months now, Johnny. First you and then Fred. I can't stand it. I got to do something. Just talk to him. Please.
I'll talk to him.
Say, I hear we got a new boarder for the death house. Guy by the name of Burke.
Hey, Toad, what odds you giving on Burke? Does he get the chair or don't he?
I'll let you know. I'll make him book just as soon as I get some dope.
Hey, Johnny. What happened?
Frank, they're giving Fred the chair. What are we gonna do now?
Pipe down, kid. Birdies will pick up your voice and lay it right in the warden's lap.
But don't you see it isn't ending the way you said?
Well, it ain't my fault that some dumb jury didn't believe his alibi.
But listen to me, they'll put him in a death house. He'll be a goner.
Oh, don't be a sap. Nobody's gonna go for this job.
That's what you said to me before. That's what you told me when they picked Fred up. When they put him on trial. You've been telling me that for 3 months. You said it'd be a
I
cinch.
said it was gonna be filed away in dead storage, and it's gonna be. There's gonna be an appeal. There's gotta be. That's the law. Only this time, it's gonna be in front of some smart judges. Not some tick-headed jury that's too dumb to know when a guy's lying, except when they flip a coin.
Yeah. Yeah, Madge said something about an appeal, but she don't seem
Oh,
to...
women always gotta have something to sob about.
Yeah, but you should have seen Madge in the visiting room. Asking me if I didn't know he was innocent.
What'd you say?
Nothing, Frank. Nothing. Even when she mentioned your name.
My name? You
No,
didn't...
no. She doesn't suspect nothing. All she said was to speak to Frank Wilson. She thought maybe you could help find the man that did the killing. She said maybe you knew some guys in the neighborhood that'd do such a thing. Me sitting here, watching her face. Scared maybe she could read my thoughts.
Well, did she?
No, no. It all ended in me saying I'd talk to you. But you didn't know nothing. Because you'd have sure tell me if you did.
That's the right answer, Johnny. It's always smart to have the right answer, like that. Now, listen, kid, I got things all figured out. You just keep your wits steady and play dumb. Now, easy, fella. Hey, Toad.
Take him in, boys.
I gotta go to him. I gotta see him.
Crazy fool, you spill your inside.
I can't stand it, I tell you. I feel like...
Taking his place and waiting for a stream of hot juice to shock you into kingdom come? Supposing I beat you to it. I could talk him into giving me a plea and putting you in his place. Then I'd be watching your face, taking a long last look at the river.
Let me go.
You'd like waiting in your cell. Waiting for the barber to come in and give you a nice clean shave on the top of your head. So you look sweet and clean when the principal keeper and the warden took you in and showed you off to the 12 pie-eyed stiffs that come to see you die. Maybe you'd feel better if Madge came up to say goodbye to you.
Let go.
You guys looking to get yourselves chalked in? Here's a PK.
Get up.
Hey, what's going on here?
Nothing.
I fell down.
Yeah, we were scuffling. His foot slipped.
You better be careful your foot don't slip, Wilson. I thought you two were pals. You came up together, didn't you? You both work in the shoe shop.
What's the trouble?
These two birds are getting on each other's nerves, Warden. Maybe we ought to separate them for a while.
Very good idea. Going to find you a new job, young man. See me in the morning.
I didn't mean to do it, Frank. I'm sorry.
Oh, forget it.
Cut a young, tender, white leghorn chicken in 8 pieces and soak in rich, thick Jersey cream. Then lay it in a frying pan in a half-pound of fresh country butter. Place the pieces in the oven and cook slowly, turning them over until a nice golden brown on all sides. Ain't that something?
Is that all you do, Sam? Think about something to eat?
No, Pop. Sometimes I dream about them. Listen to this. Take 1/2 pound of sweet butter, 3 ounces of chopped salted almonds, 1/4 pound of chopped fresh mushrooms, a little chopped parsley, the juice of a lemon, and grated nutmeg. Add a glassful of white wine and put in the oven for 20 minutes. When done, pour over the chicken.
Sam, at the rate you are going, it'll take you 10 years to read that book.
Oh, that's all right, Pop. I ain't in no hurry nohow.
Hello? Good morning, Doc. Yeah, I know, but I can't come up now. I'm too busy. I just took some of your horse medicine. That'll hold me. All right. Just before lockup. Bye.
Take off your cap. Pop, this is your new assistant, Johnny Stone. This is Pop, your new boss. I think he's forgotten his real name.
Pop'll do. I'll never need another name. How much time's he got?
You're doing 5 to 10, ain't you, Johnny?
5. That means in 3 years and 4 months the parole board will yank him out. Takes me 2 years to break a man in on this job. I told the warden nothing less than 10 years. Life is preferred. Know anything about books?
Nothing.
I thought I was getting an assistant.
Johnny will learn as long as he keeps away from those big shot pals. Orders are to keep him busy. It's all in the line of duty, Pop.
Beauty. You know how to handle a typewriter?
Some.
Come in. Sit down, type something out.
What?
Oh, Hamlet's soliloquy. Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, anything at all. Looks like you're perfect.
Look, I didn't want to come here in the first place. I told him to leave me down in the shoe shop.
You what?
I don't know nothing about books.
Where you going?
You just told me you didn't want me. Well, I ain't crazy about you either. Maybe you can fix it so I don't have to stay here.
Oh, you want me to help you get back into the shoe shop?
Yeah, that wouldn't make you mad, would it?
Got any suggestions?
Yeah, sure. Tell him I'm dumb. Tell him I don't pick things up.
Not me, son. I'm not ratting out of my time of life.
Yeah, but you just said that you didn't...
Ah, this is Sing Sing, Johnny. We're taking orders, you and me. Well, I guess we'll just have to get along. Soon be time for the whistle. The boys will be coming in right after mess. Step in here, and I'll explain things to you.
Yeah, but I gotta get out now.
Sorry, Johnny, I need you here.
I gotta get out for a minute. I gotta see somebody.
Somebody can wait.
You ain't the warden.
But I'm the boss of this library.
Oh, yeah? Go ahead. Why don't you call a screw?
How's everything, Pop? Got the books ready?
I'll have them ready for you in a minute.
Okay. Well, look who's here. If it ain't Kid Stone in the flesh. Why didn't you tell me, Johnny?
Tell you what.
How about giving me the lowdown on your sister's boyfriend? You know, Bert.
I don't know nothing about him.
Well, you ought to know. Johnny, I got a system, and I'm going to cut you in on it, too. It's a cleanup. You know, I laid bets on 21 guys that they would go to the chair, and every one of them went. You know, I cleaned up about 100 cartons of butts.
So what?
Well, what I want to know is strictly confidential. Has he got a leg to stand on, or do you think he's going to get the chair?
Stop it.
All right. All right, I'm only trying to make a little dough for the both of us.
Lay off me, see? I don't know nothing about it, see?
There's big dough in it, Johnny.
Big dough.
Take your books and get out, or I'll knock the bottom right out of your filthy little racket.
Okay, Pop. Okay, if that's the way you feel about it. Think it over, Johnny. Think it over.
Snooping little rat. All he lacks is a tail. Was that what was on your mind, Johnny?
I brought him up yesterday. He's innocent.
That's the old familiar chorus over in the condemned cells.
Didn't do it, I tell you. He wasn't even there.
You seem pretty sure about it.
I am sure. I mean...
Well, if he didn't do it, the sure way to save him is to get a line on the guy that did. Is that the tie-up between the shoe shop and the death house?
I don't get you.
This is your first trip, isn't it, Johnny? Well, Sing Sing's no place to play ball by yourself. They'd throw you out before you got as far as first base.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about.
You look like a clean kid, Johnny, but I think you're carrying a bigger load than you can handle.
What are you driving?
Now, you listen to me. I don't hand out phony talk like those big shots down in the yard. And I don't pretend to be like old Josh in the Bible that made the sun stand still. He's the only human that ever did that, if he did. But I've been around a long time, and I've soaked in a lot of jail sense. And this old head of mine's got a foolproof storage compartment. So maybe I can help you carry that load. All right. Better look around. Get acquainted. Yeah. Study this catalog.
Say, Pop, has an alibi got a better chance on appeal than with a jury?
Certainly. If it's on the level. What do you want?
Shoe shop books. I got a list for new ones.
What's the matter with your regular runner?
Oh, he was feeling kind of low. He asked me to help out. Hey, I just saw Wilson. He told me to put you wise. He don't trust this old psalm-singing stooge. He says he's got to talk to you today and for you to meet him. Mess time, get it? You're a fast worker.
The faster I get him, the quicker I'm rid of you.
The feeling's mutual, old-timer. So long, kid. I'll be seeing you.
One of your big shot friends?
Pop, how long does it take for an appeal to go through?
3 months, just about. It's all right, Johnny, if you want to go to Mass now.
I'll wait for you.
All set for Friday night?
Yeah.
We need one more guy to handle the screws. What do you say, Frankie? Home for Christmas?
Oh, you think I'm nuts? I only got 3 more years to lose, then I'm clean.
Yeah, maybe. But they don't clean you first. Think it over, Frankie. Don't take too long.
A canned apricot meringue pie is made by cutting the apricots fine and mixing them with a half cup of sugar and the beaten yolk of an egg. Fill the crust and bake. Apricot meringue pie. Delicious.
You know, Sam, you had that cookbook out 8 times already.
Yeah, I'm down to the desserts now.
I'd make you out a new con.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah?
Have you got anything there on how to take out a patent?
Yeah, I think I have.
Gee, Johnny, you're getting to know more about the library than Pop does.
How come you're taking a book out on patents?
Me and him are inventors, Johnny. A new lock.
Oh, you make 'em and he picks 'em.
No, Sam, you got us wrong. We're going legit now. This lock is burglar-proof.
Seems to me you're aiming to make yourselves awful unpopular around here.
We're gonna give the boys a break. Look, send them out as an advance guard. Work up a crime wave, but a crime wave. Pull every lock in the town. A big beef goes up. Then the legit steps in. That's us. We clean up. It's the old story. Demand and supply. Keep it under your hat.
Under your hat.
Hi, boys.
Hello, Red. Get your diploma yet?
Practically all set.
Well, so long, Red. Keep the home fires burning.
I'll be seeing you.
Yeah, in 15 years.
Checking in, Johnny.
Well, I hope there won't be any renewals, Red.
Don't worry about me, kid. With 5-year parole hanging over my head, say, I'd be a sucker.
How about those warrants?
I'm expecting the last one to be lifted tomorrow. I never thought I'd throw that load off for the rest of my life. Certainly has a fine feeling.
Yeah. Must be great being out in the clear again.
What's eating you, Johnny? You only got 3 years to go. Why, you can do that without even taking your shoes off. Where's the old man?
Oh, he's up at the hospital. Doc wants to look him over again.
Give him this, will you?
What is it?
Oh, it's, well, it's sort of a Christmas present. We're working on it for 6 months. Not bad, eh?
Hey, that's a beaut. Boy, I bet your Papa liked that.
Yeah. I figure the old man can use it, what with the cold weather setting in. You know, he's been kind of slipping lately, Johnny. He's a great guy, kid. Well, so long, kid, in case I don't see you again.
So long, Red. Good luck.
Thanks.
I don't like this book. Ain't got enough pictures in it. See, Johnny, I was just thinking. You know, Burke's appeal's about due, and I got a lot of dough on that guy. You know anything about it? Big dough.
Where's Pop?
Oh, he's up at the hospital. He'll be back any minute.
You come with me. They want to see you over at the death house.
Death house?
Yes, Johnny. Burke's appeal's been denied. Come on, they're waiting for you.
Hey, Frankie. What do you think? Burke's appeal has just been turned down.
Oh, that's a rotten break for him.
That's a rotten break for me. I was taking odds the guy wouldn't get the hot seat. Now I stand to lose 10 cartons of butts.
Oh, now, ain't that too bad?
Hey, listen, Frankie. You'll want to hear this. Johnny Stone was just called over to the death house.
Where'd you get that dope?
I was in the library when the PK came for him. Say, have you got any idea what they want to see Johnny about?
Stand by, Collins.
Right.
Sit down.
Madge.
Did they tell you?
Hey, where is he? I gotta see him.
I don't know why they sent for you, Johnny. I told
Why
Fred.
don't they bring him in? I gotta talk to him.
It isn't his fault, Johnny. I know Fred would never drag you into this, but his lawyer insisted. I told him you didn't know anything, that you couldn't. But there's so little time left.
You sure love him, don't you?
Might just as well be me.
Listen, Madge. Nothing's gonna happen. I've got something to tell him.
Johnny, you haven't heard anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, what is it? Tell me.
Better keep an eye on me. Still got one hand loose.
I'm sorry, Burke. Rules are rules. No exception.
Seems like old times. The three of us together.
Listen, Fred. Johnny has something to tell you. Go on, Johnny.
Let's have it, Johnny.
Johnny! Why didn't you tell him you were saying...
Fred. How long have you got before?
That depends on you, Johnny.
Are you Johnny Stone?
Yes, sir.
Johnny, this is Mr. Carey, Fred Burke's lawyer, and this is the district attorney. I suppose you know that Fred Burke's appeal has been denied?
Yeah.
Mr. Carey thinks that you may be able to help him get a stay of execution. He wants to ask you some questions. It's your legal right not to answer. Of course, if you know the answers, it's entirely up to you.
Are you taking everything down?
Right.
Go ahead, Carey.
John Stone, you took a plea to robbery in the second degree.
Yes, sir.
Was that the job you were on with Frank Wilson?
Yeah.
How long have you known Wilson?
Ever since I was a little kid.
And you've always looked up to him, considered him a big shot, haven't you, Johnny?
I didn't say that.
Haven't you always done what he asked you to?
No.
Is that why you had trouble with Wilson that day in the yard when Burke came in? It was the same day, wasn't it, Warden?
Yes.
The same day, the same hour, the same minute. What did Wilson ask you to do that time?
Nothing at all.
Did you have words over Burke?
No, we didn't say nothing about Fred.
But you had been thinking about Fred a lot that day. You were feeling pretty low over his conviction. You didn't think he'd be convicted, did you?
No, I didn't.
Do you think he's guilty?
No, he ain't guilty. I mean, well, Fred couldn't have done it.
Then someone else did. Who was it?
What are you asking me for?
Because you're the one who can tell.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You knew Fred had a gun, didn't you?
Yeah, sure, everybody knew he had a gun.
Not everybody knew that he kept it in his room when he was off duty, but you knew that. You knew it, didn't you?
No!
Johnny!
Couldn't you possibly be mistaken about that?
No, I never even saw the gun.
Well, maybe this will refresh your memory. Frederick Burke respectfully petitions this honorable court for a stay of execution on the following grounds. First and second aren't germane to this discussion. Permit me to read the third. That the said John Stone, now confined in Sing Sing prison, was fully familiar with the habit of your petitioner of leaving his service revolver at home in his desk when off duty. That the said John Stone, in the presence of your petitioner, has on several occasions handled the said revolver and inquired in great detail about the manner of its loading and firing. John Stone, isn't this statement true?
No.
Fred Burke was lying when he said that?
Yeah, he was lying.
Now listen, Johnny. Fred's appeal has been denied. You understand what that means. You said that you know he's innocent. You can save him by simply telling the truth. I'm sure that the warden, the district attorney, will give you every protection you need.
I don't need protection. I ain't afraid of anybody. I'm telling the truth.
Okay, Johnny. I guess that lets you out.
No, that puts him right in. All I'd hoped to establish was the fact that John Stone knew about Fred Burke's gun. But his denial of any knowledge at all makes everything clear. I see now why John Stone is compelled to deny that knowledge. Because he is the man who stole that gun. He waited until Burke had gone out with his sister. He went to Burke's house, climbed the fire escape, sneaked into the room, and took the gun. Then, after the killing, he returned to Burke's room and planted the jewelry.
What jewelry?
The jewelry that was stolen from the pawn shop. You knew that was the one sure way to pin the murder on him.
Johnny.
I didn't do it. I don't know nothing about that jewelry.
Why wasn't all this brought out at the trial?
Because Burke knew that he himself was innocent. He was confident of acquittal, and he was trying to shield the brother of the woman he loves. That's why he refused to name John Stone. Only this morning I got the truth out of him. And that truth points to one thing only. Fred Burke does not belong in that chair. You belong there, John Stone. You committed that murder.
You're a crazy liar. He's got nothing on me, him or anybody else.
Have you got any evidence to back this up? Well, Carrie, I'm willing to go along with you. That's why I came up here. But when you asked me to consent to a stay, well, after all, you're asking the court to accept a possibility as a substitute for a state of facts that has been passed on by a jury and the Court of Appeals. I'm sorry.
You finished with Burke?
Thanks anyway, Mr. Carey.
Come on, Johnny.
Please, wait a minute. You lied to Mr. Carey.
Man, John.
Johnny, we've stood together since we were kids. I've loved you enough to do anything for you. I thought you felt the same way about me.
I do, Madge. Honest, I do.
Then tell the truth. I don't believe you killed that man. You couldn't any more than Fred could. But Johnny, don't you see you are committing murder now?
So what do you want me to do? I know. You're in love with Fred. That's all that matters. You don't care what happens to me. Get him out of it. That's what you want. Put me in his place like Carrie said. That's what you're all aiming to do. Pin the killing on me. Well, you can't do it, see? You can't send me to the chair.
What's the matter, Frankie? You looking for somebody?
Go on, beat it.
I heard the kid got a summons. You ain't jealous, are you, Frankie?
You're getting on my nerves, fella.
Oh, no. I'm not getting on your nerves. I think Johnny Stone's getting on your nerves. Anytime anybody says Johnny Stone, you're all goose-flesh like a cold shower hit you. There's only one way for guys like you and me to get rid of their troubles. That's to get out from under.
Go on, get out of here. You're crazy.
Listen, there's a dozen guys in this joint who'd jump at the chance I'm giving you.
Yeah? You talk a good line.
Yeah. Yeah, and I show a good line, too. Have a bite.
A gun?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
I talk a good line. And there's two more where that one came from. Look, Frankie, the kid's got something big. Why don't you hitch up with me? Get the kid to join up. He'll fall for it. Kids always do. Then when you get him over the fence, lots of things can happen outside that couldn't happen inside. He might take a dive in the river and forget to come up.
Maybe you got something there, Scapper.
And remember, Johnny'd make 4 guys on this beat. 4 guys and only 3 guns. I'll be waiting for you.
the matter, Johnny?
Why didn't you tell me you hid that stuff in Fred's room?
Never mind that. What happened in there?
They had the DA and Carrie. They give me the third degree.
Yeah, what'd you tell them?
Not a thing.
Good boy. That's playing it right.
Playing it right. I'm yellow, Frank. Yellow clear through.
Shut up.
I should have talked. I started it, but they brought Fred in. They cuffed him to a chair. I froze up thinking of me sitting in his place. I couldn't go through with it.
You still got time, you lobhead. Why don't you go and tell him? Tell the warden the whole story. Tell him who took the gun. Well, why don't you go?
I can't. Keep thinking of the chair. Imagine here, counting the minutes. Waiting for him to die for something I did. You gotta help me. I'll break, Frank. I'll crack wide open. You gotta help me.
Okay, kid. I'll help you. Just leave it to me. How'd you like to lose all this?
Lose it?
Sure, the whole thing. Burke, Madge, the chair, the whole setup. Because you'd never see it again. How does that sound to you?
You mean make it right?
It's a war, kid, with my setup.
How? Do you think we could?
Think? I know. Just leave it to me, kid.
Fred. Fred, what was that?
Nothing. What time is it?
7 o'clock.
How'd it look outside tonight?
It's getting kind of cold.
4 hours.
A lot can happen in 4 hours, Fred.
Listen, Madge. You can't let this hit you too hard. You've got to go on and get something out of life.
I've gotten something, darling.
Say, Johnny, I got just one more shine left.
I don't want no shine.
Say, boy, don't let it get you. We've seen plenty changes for that old clock strike 11, ain't we, Pop?
Finish it up, Sam.
Yes, sir. There you are, Pop. There's one you can see your face in.
What I want is one I can see your face in.
Hello, Sam. Say, are you in luck? I heard you were on special duty tonight in condemned cells.
Condemned cells?
Yeah, with the Mountain Bucket Brigade. You know, they gotta have everything nice and clean for the night.
Doggone it, why they always give me that job to do? That's one place I'd rather be anywhere else than.
Can you beat that? Say, I'd swing a Mountain Bucket just to see that show tonight.
If you got any business here, hurry it up and get out.
Say, what's eating you? You know, it's on account of you that I lost $11.90. I ought to make you give me a contribution. You knew all the time that Bert was gonna die.
Johnny! Johnny! Johnny!
You can't get away with it.
You've got your contribution, Toad. Now haul yourself out of here before I take a poke at you myself.
You're gonna hear about this. I'm going to the PK's.
Just one blab out of you and you'll find yourself in solitary so fast it'll make your head swim. And I've got enough on you to keep you there the rest of your life.
Okay, Pop. Okay.
Johnny, if you keep on, I can see you being shipped up to Dannemora. Probably in a straitjacket. I know the symptoms. I've seen it happen.
Nothing's gonna happen to me.
You gotta get a grip on yourself. And there's only two ways to handle it. One way. Burke's dead. Right now, as good as dead and buried. And you gotta keep on living yourself. That's one way.
And the other way.
You gotta stop playing solitaire. I don't know whether Burke's guilty or innocent, but I thought you had something. Something important, and you wanted to follow it through. Well, maybe you didn't have anything. Or maybe you couldn't handle it alone. Which is it? You've got 4 hours yet. It's not very long. Yet it may be a lifetime. What are you going to do about it, Johnny?
Quit pestering me. Everybody's pestering me, hammering questions. Carrie, Madge, now you, all pounding at me. I don't know why. I never told you nothing. I don't know nothing. Why don't you leave me alone, you old stooge?
Johnny.
Pop! Pop, the medicine, it broke.
It doesn't matter now. I'll be all right.
You better go to the hospital, Pop.
Yeah. I bet I had.
Do you think you can make it?
I'll make it all right.
Okay, Frank, where's Scappa?
In the hall. Slick work breaking that bottle.
Well, kid, tonight's the night.
I'm all set.
Now, that is yours.
What's the matter? Don't I get one?
You don't need any. Scap and I'll cover you.
Sure, don't worry, kid. It's all set. Now, the mob will be in the river waiting for us in the launch. They'll come in close, so don't stop to kick your clothes off. Okay? Yeah. Now we better split up to the chapel. See you in church.
Ain't you going down?
Gonna wait for Scappa to make the yard. Hey, what are you doing that for? We're leaving this joint tonight.
You bet I am.
Pretty steady, ain't you? Think you can make it? Might be tough going.
What are you trying to do, put the scare into me? Quit it. We gotta go, I gotta go. I've been counting on it.
Okay, kid, I just wanted to make sure. Now let this sink in. Once you start going, you gotta keep going. This is a one-way street, no turns, so don't try any. Because if you do, the screws will drill you. If they don't, I will. Come on. Come on, kid.
Wait a minute. I want to talk to you, Johnny.
Yeah, we'll make it short.
Wilson, I don't know where you fit into this, but I know your sort. I can tell when a man's so crooked he'd crack being straightened out, and when all he needs is the right kind of a steer. I thought I was giving you that, Johnny. That when I'd reached the end of my stretch, I could look back on one thing I'd done that was a little worthwhile.
You gonna fall for this mush?
Maybe it was because they kept dragging me to the hospital. I haven't been able to see things so clear. Maybe that was why I didn't understand till now the real tie-up between the shoe shop and the death house.
Pop.
If you got something, spill it.
I never asked you no questions, Johnny, and you don't have to tell me nothing. You've got your own life to live, but you've got something weighing you down, Johnny. something that'll save Burke, and you want to tell it, and you're letting this guy clamp your tongue.
No, you got me wrong, Pop.
You're all wet, old-timer. Johnny ain't protecting nobody, except maybe himself. Did you ever think of that? You wouldn't like to get him in a jam, would you?
Johnny. So they got you in it too, eh? He told you he'd pull you through. Well, his way ain't your way, Johnny. You ain't the kind can dodge things so easy. You still got to live with yourself the rest of your life. Johnny, you got to face it now. Tomorrow'll be too late. I'm asking you to break away. Fight this thing out for yourself. Maybe you'll find it hard not knowing where to lead you. But your soul will be your own. You can sleep at night.
How do you feel, Pop?
I'll be all right.
You sure you don't want to go to the hospital? I can have one of the men help you up on the way to chapel.
No, thanks.
What's the matter with Pop?
Another one of his attacks, I suppose. I had to get a couple of men to help him upstairs.
Is he feeling any better?
No, I don't think so. Hey, Red,
Oh, PK. Just getting some of my junk together.
I got bad news for you, Red. They didn't lift that last warrant.
No. No, you're kidding.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just came from the warden.
You mean I gotta rot here another 10 years? I won't do it. They can't make me. I'm getting out of here.
Now, take it easy, Red. I know it's a tough break, but there's nothing you can do about it. It's a special chapel tonight. You'd better go. It'll get your mind off yourself.
All out for chapel.
Going to chapel? You better not go tonight, Pop. How about you?
No, I can sleep better here.
Chapel, Johnny?
Yeah.
there anything in my power left to do, Miss Stone, I'd gladly do it.
The governor. There's that hope left.
Here's his answer. The governor feels without definite new evidence, he shouldn't interfere. I'm very sorry.
Warden. May I stay here until...
Of course, Miss Stone.
What's the big idea?
Making a beat. I'm going with you.
I thought you were going out the front gate.
Another 10 on me.
Maybe rough going tonight before we get over that fence.
I'll be rough going for any screw that tries to stop me.
Okay. Just do like I tell you. Give me the rope. Keep an eye on that screw. If he makes a pass at the light, let him have it. Red, you weigh the most. See if it holds you. Yeah. Take it slow. We'll show these guys who can break out of this junk. Come on, give me a heist.
cell block, Wilson and Johnny Stone.
What do we do now?
Staying right here.
Yeah, but they'll find us. They're sure to get us.
Don't worry. I'm taking care of you.
Red got out and we've got a boat looking for him in the river. Smitty's badly hurt and Scapper was shot off the wall. He's dead. That takes care of 3 of them, but there's still 2 missing.
Who are they?
Frank Wilson and Johnny Stone.
Johnny.
Where do you think they are?
I'm certain they're still hiding in the yard.
All right, I'll go down.
Men, cover those doors. Wilson, Stone, can you hear me? Drop your guns and come out. They're in that car, Warden.
Wilson and Stone, open the door. Come out with your hands up, or we're going to shoot.
Let's make a run for it.
If I thought they'd finish you, I'd shove you out.
What's the matter, Frank?
Take a look at that. Thought you double-crossed me, didn't you? I seen you drop it in the old man's cell. I'll plug you for that, Johnny. I'd have done it anyway when we got over the wall.
They'll get you that way, sure.
Not the way I'm gonna do it.
Wilson, Stone,
Are you coming out?
What are you gonna do, Frank? What are you doing, Frank?
Are you coming out? I give up, Warden. I'm coming out.
What'd you do with your gun? I didn't have none.
Where's Johnny Stone?
Inside on the floor. Your men got him.
Come down. Take him away. Go get Stone. Get a stretcher.
What? Wilson shot me.
Wilson.
Wilson shot me.
You don't know what he's talking about, Warden. How could I shoot him? I didn't have no gun.
Shut up. What were you gonna say, Johnny?
About Bert. He didn't do it. I took the gun. Gave it to Frank.
He's crazy. I tell you, he's crazy, Warden. You can't believe him. He's dying. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Put him in solitary.
You can't pin this
Take him
on me.
away. Get the governor on the wire. Bring a stretcher.
Fred,
Yes, Johnny.
I'm sorry for what I did. Everything's gonna be all right now.
Sure, Johnny. Everything's gonna be all right now.
Madge. What? You still want me to be best man?
Yes, Johnny. We'll wait for you.
Where's Pop?
Here I am, Johnny.
I just wanted to thank you for...
Sure, don't talk, Johnny. Get some sleep.
That's right, Pop. I can't